All right, folks, so let's talk about this new group of people I keep mentioning. So we've talked about those who pray, we talked about those who fight, and we've talked about those who work. And I've been talking about these competitive smart folks in Paris, at the University of Paris, for a while now. So let's consider them a new group of folks. They didn't fight, they weren't in charge of praying, although they often were clergy of some kind. And they didn't work in the sense that they didn't make shoes or farm. What they did was they organized, they supervised, they led, they decided, they advised, and they helped both secular and sacred rulers govern. They were the educated civil servants, or we call them the musical literati. The folks who appreciated the literary aspect of music and what could be done with it. When I keep talking about smart folks getting all together in one place, these are the people I'm talking about. This is what we're going to call them, the musical literati. And from the substitute clausula that we talked about in the last video, a new kind of music emerged that was the favorite of this class of folks because it was sophisticated and clever, and that is a motet. So you'll all remember procellation. Well, if we take a clausula and add text to the duplum, we get what is called a motet. So actually, here is page 111 from your anthology. We can look at it for a second, but look at the first couple of notes, this stretch here, right? D, C, C, A, C, and D, E, F, E, C, D, C, and let's look at those substitute clausula. And you can see the opening, same exact notes, same rhythm, but what's happened is someone has added a text to the top. And then if you compare the text, the original text is Dominus, and the new text of the duplum has certain words. Actually, if we go back to the original Viderunt omnes, and you can see the text. Viderunt, all the ends of the earth have seen salvation of our God. All of this over here. And the original Latin. Oh, no, apologies. Not this bit. It is the verse. This down here. The Lord hath made known his salvation. He hath revealed his justice in the sight of his peoples. And the Latin over here. If we go back to the motet, you're going to see and look at the text, salvation here, in the sight of his people. All these underlined words are words that are shared with the text of the original chant. So the cleverness comes from coming up with new words that fit the clausula, but that also recall the original text. In the earlier video, I mentioned Ice Ice Baby, which was a song by Vanilla Ice, and it used the bass line from a song called Under Pressure by David Bowie. And if Vanilla Ice had been more clever, he could have written lyrics that actually tied back to the original Bowie lyrics, and you would have had something that is kind of like a motet. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about part of why these very smart and clever folks liked motets so much.